Hi, Cristiano Giovando is a technical project manager at the Humanitarian OpenStreetMap team. In this video, he will talk about the OpenStreetMap initiative.
So volunteer geographic information, or VGI, is what we like to call community mapping or crowdsourced mapping. And it's basically the community participation to create the geographic information and create a map. We use VGI and crowdsourced mapping in different moments of the disaster response cycle. Community mapping, or VGI, was used by Humanitarian OpenStreetMap in Nepal during the 2015 earthquake to create a map, an open map that then was used by responders on the ground. Before that, during the years before 2015, the community in Nepal started learning about OpenStreetMap and produced tools and capacity to build around OpenStreetMap. And so when the disaster happened in 2015, they actually had already the knowledge of how to apply OpenStreetMap for rapid disaster mapping. Recently, in April 2016, we had a strong earthquake in Ecuador, and 2,000 volunteers from the OpenStreetMap community came together in just less than a week, and they mapped 95% of all the affected areas with OpenStreetMap. Humanitarian OpenStreetMap team applies the concept of open source and OpenStreetMap to humanitarian response. We develop tools that are open source, like the export tools or the tasking manager or OpenAMAP, which all support different steps in the cycle of disaster response. The tasking manager is another open source tool developed by Humanitarian OpenStreetMap, and it allows to coordinate thousands of volunteers that come online and they try to map areas of the world in a coordinated way. It's open source. We believe that open source is the most sustainable way for communities to participate and to make disaster response more effective. OpenStreetMap, as someone called it, the Wikipedia of maps, is an open geographic database of the world. Anyone can contribute to OpenStreetMap, and contributors might be volunteers, or at the same time might be paid surveyors, might be employees of navigation companies that want to improve the database that they all use. So OpenStreetMap is different from VGI in the fact that it doesn't just employs or it doesn't use volunteer data, volunteer contributed data, but it also works with government that want to use OpenStreetMap as a platform, and so they use it as a way to contribute through their different departments, different surveyors that see OpenStreetMap as a way to maintain their maps updated. We have seen several instances of OpenStreetMap being used as a platform for doing research and also to support some citizen science projects. A good example of this is WheelMap. WheelMap is a project that allows to explore any area in the world and understand what are the barriers to accessibility and what are, for examples, areas that are in fact more accessible than others. OpenStreetMap is an open database. It fosters the concept of open data, and we believe that open data is more sustainable for several of the projects that Humanitarian OpenStreetMap carries out. We believe that open data brings many benefits to the communities that use it. For example, it makes the process of collecting data and using the data more transparent. So when communities are engaged in collecting data through an OpenStreetMap project, for example, they also feel more empowered. And so having open data gives them the opportunity to own the data set, to own the map that then they see being made for their community. Another thing that Open Data provides is an easy way for innovators, for companies to use data sets that might otherwise be inaccessible and create innovation based on these open data sources. The other great aspect of Open Data, and in particular of OpenStreetMap, is the fact that the data can be updated and kept fresh by the volunteers and by the community. Things that if you're looking at a closed data set might take years before the department goes through and update that same data set. And with OpenStreetMap, anyone today can go and update the map of anywhere in the world. Not necessarily Open Data is free and open for anyone to use. There are some different types of licenses that govern the way of how open data can be used, and this is really important. There are some open data licenses that are completely free and open, which means anyone can use the data for any reason. And so the most common one, the most famous one, is the public domain, or CC0, Creative Commons 0 license. Other open data licenses, for example, like the CC BY, the Creative Commons Attribution, requires that whoever uses the data for any application provides an attribution of the source of the data. And so licenses is definitely an aspect that in some way constrains the use of open data, or at least it provides a framework for how to use open data correctly. The other way that we can use open data more efficiently is through international standards for interoperability. And so when data is made open, it's also more effective if it's actually used and shared through these standards. Otherwise, it might be put somewhere on a web server through a closed zip file, and then it might be hard to access or get fresh update of that same data set. Some data in open data set might carry some sensitivity and security implications. OpenStreetMap, for example, maps sites that are considered sensitive for military aspects, or for example during disaster response, it's important that high level of details of certain areas may be protected and not exposed through a public data set. So the good thing of OpenStreetMap in this regards is that it's a community, and so when we work with a community, for example during disaster response, we also try to understand what are the needs, and at the same time what are the levels of details that we can and we should map through a community response effort. So we always work with the community, with the local community, and try to understand that in order to protect the privacy and security of the people on the ground. With Humanitarian OpenStreetMap, we actually want to make sure that the data that we produce is used on the ground or by disaster responders using GIS and mapping tools. And so we created the facilitating tools for making this process easier. And so one of these projects is called Export Tools, and it allows anyone to define an area on the map, select the features that they want to download and convert into a shapefile or a KML or any familiar GIS format, and easily download it, and that data set is updated hourly, so that data is fresh and as it gets updated by the volunteers in OpenStreetMap. OpenStreetMap is a critical tool to disaster response and disaster preparedness. It actually allows to create maps that otherwise would take a long time, maybe years to create. By harnessing the power of the online community and the local community, we're able to combine a massive amount of data that is created through satellite image interpretation with the local knowledge. For example, to add the conditions of the buildings or street names or anything that cannot be extracted by analyzing satellite information. One of the challenges that OpenStreetMap is facing right now is also a consequence of its success. There's actually a lot of data inside of OpenStreetMap, There's over 50 gigabytes of data currently in the OpenStreetMap database, almost 200 million buildings being created everywhere in the world. So one challenge to really visualize and understand what's the impact of the OpenStreetMap community around the world. So we recently actually created a tool that is able to quickly scale and bring to a web browser these visuals of the impact of the OpenStreetMap community. It's called OpenStreetMap Analytics, and it's available online now as a beta platform, but it really allows you and anyone, even without the OpenStreetMap knowledge, to understand the impact of the OpenStreetMap community anywhere in the world over time. Another challenge and innovation that we see possible for the OpenStreetMap community is to enrich the availability of imagery through which the map is being created. We rely a lot on satellite imagery and now on drone imagery to trace that information and add it to OpenStreetMap. Unfortunately, not much of the satellite data is being made public and openly available for anyone to trace. That normally happens during disaster response operations, but we believe that also with the new revolution in Earth observation provided by drone mapping, we believe that there's going to be a need for coordinating the collection and sharing of imagery that is becoming more and more available. So we built the Open Area Map, which is an online repository of open source and openly licensed imagery, where everyone in the OpenStreetMap community can go and understand what imagery is available for a certain area and being able to use it for tracing and mapping. Humanitarian OpenStreetMap Team is a US-based organization which started after the response to the Haiti earthquake in 2010. After the earthquake, we realized as the OpenStreetMap community needed a way to coordinate the response, the mapping response that we provided, and that resulted really useful on the ground for responders to understand the impact of the disaster and also have a reference-based map for navigating and moving around. After 2010, the Humanitarian OpenStreetMap Team was born, and right now we have several staff members all over the world. We are a distributed organization, and most importantly, Humanitarian OpenStreetMap is a community of thousands of volunteers from anywhere in the world, and they participate in different local projects, community mapping projects, and when needed they come together online and build maps quickly.